Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
My question is, how does a human fuck a snake?
But, so I thought that possible.
That's the snake fucking you.
Well, it's all making love, isn't it?
I thought...
It's not... Sorry, Tom. No. Putting a snake up your ass is not making love.
It is if the snake consents.
How does the snake consent?
It goes, yes.
Welcome to Dead Men Talking. I'm Freddy Quinne, and this is Rob Mulholland, who is an absolute piece of shit with scabby skin and a lanky, deformed spine, and he's duplicitous and a liar, and everyone hates him, and if you see him out in public, you should kick him in his stupid, splinty little shins that look like stupid toothpicks. I hate you.
Thanks very much, you big fat cunt.
Friends forever.
Me and Rob were doing a gig last night.
And I had a very fun time.
Rob was a dickhead. So I'm
fucking great.
I last minute got a gig in Mould.
Yeah.
If you don't know where that is, then neither does anybody. So we did this gig in Theatre Clwyd or whatever. And I get a message on the way there from...
So I was on first, right, at this gig. I find out that Freddie is now coming to close it, right? So what I decided to do was have a little fun with Freddie.
I'm going to read out the exact message that I got whilst driving.
Yeah.
So I got this message whilst driving.
Shouldn't use your phone when driving.
Shut the fuck up. Literally. What do you want me to do? Look at the motorway? Fuck off.
Boring.
Fuck off. Yeah. So honestly, sometimes I get on the motorway, drive, look at my phone, just scroll Facebook, and then I look and I'm in a different town.
Yeah. Most people listen to audiobooks. You just read books.
Yeah.
I honestly just scroll Facebook whilst I'm on my phone.
It's why I do drugs when I'm driving, because it makes it more interesting. I think if anything, I'm being safer. Because if I wasn't fucked, I'd be bored and then I wouldn't pay attention.
So,
makes sense.
I got this. Good-looking mould, mate, ... I've never known a more easily offended audience, roly eye face. And I put, and this is whilst driving, I put, well, I'm not changing, so they're going to have to. And he put, just got bollocked by the venue staff and all. Fuck this gig, man. And I put, wait, you're there now? ? And he put, just left. So I rung him. Yeah. And he said, oh, yeah. He goes, it was really weird. He goes, I did my bit about how all celiacs should die, and there was a woman whose sister was a celiac, and she got really upset. He goes, the venue, it just turned into like a Q&A. It was really, really awkward.
Yeah. What was weird as well, what was dead fun was I hadn't worked out what lie I was going to tell him until it rang, so I was just riffing this. I came up with the celiac idea
now,
on the fly.
The thing is, as well, is from my perspective, I know Rob's opening, and I know he's not great. So I'm thinking this could easily have happened. And so I'm like, oh,
so I made out like this huge thing's kicked off. There's been an argument, woman crying, everyone agreed with her. I'm getting booed. The venue staff tell me off, all this. I've made it a whole fucking palaver.
Yeah. And in my head, I actually even said this to Rob, and I think this is fair, is if that has happened, there aren't many comics in the country that are worse to be headlining that gig.
Oh, right, no, just for that specific one.
To be headlining that gig than me, because number one, I'm pretty, I'd say I'm up there with the top 5 or 10 dark comics that regularly do, I'm not like fucking Jerry Sadovitz or anything like that, but of the ones that will do like the big comedy clubs, I probably am one of the more darker ones. Yeah. But number 2, I think more crucially is that I'm too stubborn to change my...
And very unsubtle.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go, oh, well, it looks like the audience are more sensitive. So maybe I have some jokes that are from 2017 where actually, that one's not too bad. I'm not going to do that. If anything, I'm going to go in harder.
Yeah, double down, right?
I actually did that literally this weekend at Hot Water, where there was a crowd that didn't look like they were doing, they didn't look like they were enjoying the darker stuff. So I called them out on it and I said, I'm going to go darker and darker just to see what happens. Because I just like annoying people. Anyway, right. So, and also it was the upstairs room, who gives a fuck. Yeah. So, But it was lovely this weekend, by the way. It was dead nice.
Yeah, it was,
anyway, we're driving to the gig. I get there, I park up, and I speak to Pete Otway, who's the MC.
Pete Otway, I've texted, let him know what the details of the ruse are as well. I've filled him in on the whole story of what's occurred and left Pete with it.
And Pete Otway sold it fucking perfectly. He was superb as it, because he didn't play up the lie. He sort of went, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was awkward. It was weird. I think they're starting to warm up now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Howard Walker was doing really well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was going to say they can't be that bad. I don't mean that, Howard. What I mean is like he was doing really well.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they seem nice now. Yeah. And Pete goes, yeah, I think it's more his audience. And I was like, okay, I kind of get that. And then I came off and asked Howard, and I went, was that all right? How was that? And he was totally sort of...
Yeah, unfortunately, by the time I texted Otway, I think Howard was already on, so he couldn't get the message to Howard to join in the lie.
So Howard was like, yeah, it was fine. And I was like, looked at Pete, and then he sort of burst out laughing. But I'd actually spoken to venue staff, and I've gone, how's it been tonight? And they've gone, yeah, okay. Yeah. And I'm like... okay, really? Because I know what's happened. You know what I mean? Like, I just seen an awkwardness that wasn't there.
Yeah.
They were fucking lovely.
Yeah, it was great.
So
it was a really
nice.
lovely show. I'd had a great time. Like, it had been fucking gorgeous. Just, I really wanted Freddie going into the gig with that fucking, like, we're going into war mentality. It's not even like necessarily fear. It's just there's a whole different, like, when you know you're going into a gig where you might not be well received, it's a whole different attitude you have going in.
Yeah.
You know? And I just wanted him to have that tension in him.
It's the same when you play football, isn't it? If you know you're going for a big game, you have a totally different mentality than if you play in.
Yeah. It's the difference in mentality from doing your shopping at Waitrose and doing your shopping on Black Friday. Yeah. Like it's those two different...
Yeah. And like I thought that maybe I could get him to be so fired up that he would ruin the gig.
If you've ever,
cunt.
Yeah. And Otway was going to let him go on without telling him.
If you've ever waited until Christmas Eve to try and get a turkey, that's the level of like, okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do what I need to do, and if I have to trample over people, I'll fucking trample over people because I got to get through this. That's the mentality.
Just wanted to get in his head. Just wanted to fuck with him a little bit. Yeah.
But
very subtle, practical joke. I like it.
I'm quite a good actor as well, so I can sell things quite well.
But what Rob didn't count on is that I fundamentally do not care about the people of Mulholland.
No. Oh, totally.
Or their enjoyment in any way.
No, I just wanted you to have that little attitude of going into it because I thought that might be really funny if you went in quite combative with what had been a lovely and very generous audience. You know, they were just like the sweetest, loveliest audience in this amazing, cool venue. It's like this dome that had built. It's so cool.
It looked like gigging inside a colander.
Yeah.
It was like weird little holes and shit like that.
It was fucking
cool,
sick.
Cool place.
That's quite a unique venue. That
it was, yeah. But because it was so nice, I just thought it'd be really funny to send him in, like, oh, fucking show him. I just wanted that attitude to come into like the sweetest gig ever.
Absolutely needless.
Yeah.
But we're at the point now with how little we trust each other that he asked me if I wanted a coffee today, and I said, yeah, get us a flat white with almond milk, which is what I drink. And he rang me to make sure that I wasn't taking the piss.
Yeah.
I got it before you, and he was worried that you were still taking the piss.
I wasn't worried. I explained that I thought like, I was just going to be like, almond wanker or whatever. I don't know. I didn't know what the fucking bit was. But...
this is where we're at, though. There's such a small level of trust.
There's none.
There's no trust at all.
There's none. Like, yeah, just like when he rang me to go see Dave Chappelle, and I had to ring 3 other comedians to confirm it before I would believe him.
Last night I was at a gig. I was at Dan Nightingale's gig. I put in the group.
Who?
Dan Nightingale.
Who is he?
He's this bald guy.
Right. Stan what?
Anyway, I put in the group that was there.
Stan might be gay.
Stan might be gay. That's Brennan, isn't it? Shout out Brennan Reese. Come on.
So I put in the group that was there, and you said, oh, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. And because it was such a nice message, I was like, Freddie's definitely doing something. There's a trick. He's playing a trick on me here. I thought either maybe you were supporting somehow or someone was supporting and you told him to play a trick on me. So throughout the whole, before it, I was super paranoid that something was going to happen. Plus, it didn't help that. So I was doing this podcast now. And that was the first time I'd been somewhere where I thought, I'm probably going to get recognised
I
here,
love it.
right?
Oh my God, I hope I don't get recognised.
No.
I hope I, Tom, from Dead Men Talking, do not get recognised.
Well, I didn't really want to get recognised, but I thought it probably will happen. But when we got there,
fuck off.
I went to the toilet and my missus chose the seats and she chose the very front row to put to the side.
Oh, your missus chose those seats that were very conspicuous.
Every single
Oh.
person could see me and had to walk past. So I sat down.
I mean, when they look down.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have just not used the booster seat.
Then how's he going to see the show?
I was in a high chair.
Just leave it in the car.
But anyway, I'm feeling very awkward and very vulnerable at this point. And then all of a
That's vulnerable.
Well, it was because a lot of people.
What do you mean?
A lot of people
do
were
you
looking
think
at me.
Nightingale's fans are going to bum you?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
You're talking about yourself. You're like you're a woman in a prison.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
you
a
got
woman
your
in a
keys
male
between your
prison.
fingers walking home. Vulnerable.
Well, I'd never been in that situation, and a lot of people
What
were
are you
looking at
on
me.
about?
A lot of people were looking at me, right? And it
What
was,
were you doing to make them look at you? What were you wearing?
I had my I Am Tom from Dead Men Talking t-shirt on, obviously.
You should have just rung your boyfriend until you got home safely.
Anyway, I was quietly looking on my phone, trying to be inconspicuous.
Turning your location settings on.
Yeah.
Lighting himself up, posting on Instagram. Oh, I hope no one at this show tag at Dan Nightingale.
Yeah, put it on the Discord.
Yeah.
Go on.
Anyway, then some guy comes to me and goes, "Are you Tom?" And I said, and by the way, this guy had the loudest voice I've ever heard on a human ever. He was so ridiculously loud. I went, yeah. And he went, "No, you're not."
As if anyone would pretend to be this cunt.
Yeah.
Like, how sad would you have to be to pretend to be this fucking little weasel?
And I said, "I am." And he said, "From Dead Men Talking." I said, "Yeah." He went, "Oh, I'm a bitch." And he was so ridiculously loud. And everyone's looking at me, oh, fucking hell, this is...
Oh,
So he said he was
my
a
God, so
he said he was a
embarrassing.
Patreon.
He's a £1 Patreon.
Fantastically loud then. Wonderfully loud human
Yeah.
being.
good
Could be
idea.
louder if he was a £10 Patreon.
Like,
Amazing.
if we had to choose between keeping him and you, he's staying.
Yeah, what he sounds like a great guy,
Yeah.
and I'm on his side at this point.
I am too, yeah. I think it just sounds like he was just trying to be nice and Tom's being a cunt.
Yeah.
He was very nice. He was very nice. But then what he did was he took a picture of me. He was upstairs at the Frog, and he took a picture of me.
A little creep shot.
It's so creepy.
Let's have a look.
Creepy for a different reason. He put it on the Discord.
Yeah.
Look how creepy I look.
Oh wow, that
what
is
a
creepy.
little goblin you are.
No.
That is
I've not noticed your
creepy.
hunchback before.
That's
I
just
want to
like-
go and rub you for luck.
That is insane.
So he thought I was on a date. I wasn't on a date. Well, I was sort of. That's my fiance.
Yeah.
But he thought I was on a first date. So he put it on Discord, and everyone was saying
Just
how
from,
creepy I am.
just from
Look
the,
at that little.
just from the side of her, I can see that she's more attractive than you.
Oh yeah, she's well more
Yeah,
attractive.
yeah.
She's a human female.
Yeah. She's well out of my league. She's funnier than me as well.
Your back goes
I
on.
don't
for,
doubt that. Yeah.
Your back goes on for ages.
Like, it's mad. I thought I had a weird curly back, but looking at that, I'm fucking fine.
Oh yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
How have I got the best back out of everyone?
Yeah, but your knees are fucked
My knees are all right, you know.
for now.
Oh, my ankles are like little breadsticks.
Right, that's where the damage is doing.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. They'll just snap.
It's getting ground down. Yeah, you look like a proper little creepy goblin.
yeah.
in there,
Well,
yeah.
people were talking on Discord quite a bit. Someone has changed the background of their phone to this.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh my God.
Picture my
It looks
creepy little
like,
face.
if you want to come through, answer me these riddles 3.
Mate.
How is he going to explain that when someone says, "What's that?" background
Who's
of your
that?
phone?" Yeah.
Well, it's a guy who isn't gay.
He's not a
everything-
presenter of a podcast that I like, but he sort of works on it.
Everything is out of proportion.
Yeah.
It looks horrendous.
It is bad.
There is
yeah.
talk of the Discord that that's going to be the next tattoo that one of the fans get, which if happens, I will happily give you a free
Well,
pencil.
speaking of this, because we've got, we should probably mention this as well. If you can get it up, the second tattoo.
Have we not talked about the second one?
We
yet?
haven't talked about the second one.
Because someone got so if you haven't listened for the last couple of weeks, someone got a tattoo of our logo because we thought it'd be funny.
Now, to
and
be
they
fair-
they fucking nailed it.
To be fair to this guy, it looked like it was only his second tattoo or something like that.
But it was so crisp, forearm, nice.
It was good.
Really
It
well
was
done.
really
They
good.
absolutely smashed
Now,
it.
someone else
got one.
and look, if you got this, fair play to you. But oh my God, it's fucking shite. it's one of the shittest tattoos I have ever. It looks like it was done with a heroin needle. It's so bad. Nothing. Right. First of all,
a lot of bad choices have been made.
Let's be fucking Oliver Peck and
and Chris Nunez.
Yeah. So number one, the actual Dead Men Talking symbol isn't in the middle, quite noticeably.
Because that's a subset of the first terrible decision, which was putting the background on. Right, rather than just doing the logo, what they've done is they've used the artwork off the podcast when you download it. Right, you get it with the background. Right, like basically what they've done is gone for one of these. Right, they've tried to
put it up. We'll put it up on this on the thing.
But they've not centered it.
Well, not only that, have you seen the state of the diagonal lines behind? They're not the same thickness. They're not the same diagonalness. There's
diagonalness.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's a great word.
Have you ever done peyote? Because that's what it does to walls. It makes walls look like that. It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
It's not even been framed, so it just stops.
Yeah.
But aside from anything else, the Dead Men Talking, like, the skull is off proportionally.
The D is an entirely different colour to all the other letters.
Yeah, it looks like D Men Talking. D Men Talking.
It's also out of proportion to what the actual logo is.
Yeah, the white is a bad choice. Should have just left empty skin.
What I would say as well, though...
Because that's going to go yellow.
And here's the thing, is what I would say, just to give a plus side to this, is they have done an excellent job of talking, consider how little room they've given themselves.
Yeah, I think this is too small. I think that's the problem. I think it needs to be bigger to give it, room to get the lines crisp.
You know when you write in like on someone's birthday card and then you realise that you've not got enough space to finish the
John Mulaney routine.
Exactly.
Big SB!
Yeah. I mean, like, we appreciate the effort. And, like, to be honest, I think it's more apt getting a shit Dead Men tattoo. It feels more like the vibe.
This is more true to the art.
Exactly. Because I'm assuming it ain't this guy's first shitty tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It'd be like getting a photorealistic Picasso.
Yeah. Like, it's, I fucking love the effort. But
this guy is a £10 patron as well. So I think the tattoo is fantastic. It's the best tattoo I've ever seen, but all tattoos are shit, so it's still shit.
I love it. Do any other podcasts rinse people this hard for supporting them?
Literally their best customers. Their most loyal fans.
The thing is
we're just like, fuck you, you've ruined your leg. He's got such a shit leg now.
The thing is,
it's one of the shittest legs I've ever seen. And I've met Ricky Balshaw.
If Rosie Jones got offered this leg in a transplant, she'd say no.
I don't think that's how her condition works, mate.
No, I don't think this is it.
No, I don't think you just pop a new leg on and it's fine.
A leg transplant. I'm going to donate my legs to science.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually. I have honestly... I've exposed myself there with a crippling leg. No.
If a leg transplant was available, do you not think I would have gone for it? A much longer leg, please.
No, I like the idea that you get a leg transplant, but they only give you one.
Yeah.
So you have
walking around in circles.
One big ass fucking leg, and one little fucking stump. You look like the walking version of those fucking old timey bikes.
Like a penny farthing.
One massive wheel and one little tiny fucking stub. This guy, God bless you. Thank you for doing it.
Maybe it'll look nice when it heals.
I mean, unless the skin manages to move itself 3 centimetres that way. Look, honestly, mate, we are nothing if not honest. I could have done better than that. Your tattooist wants fucking shooting. And honestly...
Yeah, we're not having to go at you. We're having to go at the tattooist.
Honestly, play them this. Hello to the person who tattooed that.
You butcher.
That
you
is
monster.
Fucking shocking.
Did you even go to tattoo school?
It's honestly, there's a body count and you're responsible. That's fucking well bad. You shouldn't be allowed to call yourself if that's the best that you can do, you should not be allowed. I actually sent that.
Tattoo artists get struck off.
I actually said that. Yeah, you lose your license.
There probably is a tattoo.
I sent that to 2 tattoo artists. Yeah. One of them didn't get back to me. I'm assuming that he's killed himself. The other one said, and I quote, "That's the worst thing I've ever seen."
We should get Dean Coughlin to come on and critique it.
Mate,
Because Dean used to be a tattoo artist for anyone who doesn't know, done a lot of mine.
Imagine if the first person you sent it to was that tattoo artist.
But my mate, have you seen this fucking wank? And he's like, oh.
That was my Wednesday at 3.
It's so bad. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah.
You spelt Dead Men Talking correctly. Well done. You didn't use the right colours. Proportionally, it's a fucking mess. The skull looks like the skull of a midget.
You know what? I don't think he has spelled Dead Men Talking. I think that A looks a lot like an R.
Does
Dead Men Talking.
Dead Men Talking.
Dead Men Talking.
Yeah, the dot is slightly over to one side. It has made it a dird.
Dead Men.
Dird. Well, it looks like omen.
Omen Talking.
Yeah.
Because it's a different colour.
Omen.
Omen.
Yes, the Irish remake. You're a troublesome little lad, aren't you, Damien?
He's always hanging around his mother's grave. Quiet boy, keeps himself to himself mostly.
I like, there is a bit of light. Let's look for positives, right? The bit of light, I like the bag of plasma.
I've just realised there's a really good reason that there's no Irish horror films in there. Because it's not a scary accent, is it?
To be sure, I'm coming for you now.
Hello, what's your favourite scary movie?
Jeepers, creepers.
You're going to murder me. Oh, are you now? To be sure.
I know what you did last summer.
You're in the house, are you?
I want to play a game.
Curling it is. I think you'll find this game has very complicated scoring.
Oh, shit, man. Are there any Irish horrors?
There's that leprechaun one.
What?
Yeah.
There's a leprechaun one, I think, isn't there?
I don't know if that's Irish, though. I think that's like American Irish.
Yeah, it's
You know,
true.
like, that's
Yeah.
not real Irish, is it? That's like the Boston fighting Irish. Yeah. Where they kept the racism and not very little else.
But yeah, thank you for
No,
this
genuinely, we fucking love you, and I think it's great that you've ruined a bit of your leg for us.
Yeah, thank you. It's very nice of you. And your second tattoo allows you to cut into the queue any Dead Men Talking thing in front of the other guy with the tattoo.
Yeah, that's the only. But yeah, if you see the other guy with the good tattoo in there,
you get to get in front of him at the bar, queuing
Yeah.
up for the venue or the toilet.
and if you get a shitter tattoo of the Dead Men logo, you get to go in front of them.
Oh, yeah, anyone who
Shit
wants-
is first.
We will give a prize at the end of next year for the shittest tattoo.
Oh.
And we've got a fucking front runner.
I don't think they're ever going to be in the same one. This guy's from Swansea and the other one's from Ipswich, so I doubt very much they're going to be at the same gig.
Birmingham.
What a romance story if they do. Imagine if these two fuck. Just getting a hand job with the two logos next to each other.
I like the idea that they'd touch and they'd glow like Power Rangers. Form of a better tattoo.
Can you imagine the smell of two of our fans fucking?
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Burning tyres.
Yeah, it smells like a gorilla enclosure. Oh, it is mad that we're like 2 people now have tattoos of this.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Every one of them makes me want to stop the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It really makes me.
We had a real conversation about changing
We
the name.
genuinely did. We had a big talk, but then we realised we can't.
To be honest with you, if we did change it to Dird Omen Talking, I would be...
Can we change the name on our YouTube channel to Dird Omen Talking? We're changing the Twitter. I'm going to do that right now. We'll change that later today. We'll change it to Dird Omen.
Dird Omen Talking.
I'll change the Twitter. I might get the theme tune guy to make us a new one for Dird Omen Talking to put on this episode.
What a spectacular waste of money. What a spectacular... This is why we don't make any money at all.
You know whose money we're going to spend? This guy's £10 Patreon.
Yeah. The £10 went on us taking the piss out of you. If you're looking forward to watching this year's World Cup in Qatar and you're a fan of gambling, then why not put both of those things together and head over to our sponsors, finalrunner.com. They're actually doing a World Cup competition where you spend £5 entering, and each round you have to pick a team, and if your team wins, you get through to the next round, and if not, you get knocked out, and the winner is the last man standing. So, if you enjoy a bet...
Or woman.
Or woman. I mean, we know who listens to this show. If you are a fan of football and you like a cheeky gamble, head over to finalrunner.com, check out the Dead Men Talking competition, and enjoy the World Cup with a little bit extra riding on it. Are you excited?
In general,
Yeah.
yes.
Because Peter Kay has announced his new tour.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's nice to see him back.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear what he's got to remember. Do you know what? I would go to it.
I'd love to go, yeah. Like, genuinely, when I was a teenager, before I was like, a comedian or like even considering it, fucking loved Peter Kay. Like, I was a massive fan, yeah.
His first DVD was amazing.
Yeah,
like,
Phoenix
at the time,
Nights is amazing. The Peter Kay, that Peter Kay thing's amazing.
Yeah.
There's some bits that he gets absolutely battered for. So the bit that he gets battered for is garlic bread.
Yeah.
Garlic bread.
See,
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake was the reach on that.
Yeah.
But there are other bits that's actually really good stand-up.
It does great observational stuff. The fine rain that'll soak you through. It's a great bit of stand-up.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like Big Light as well. It's all catchphrasy. What I like, though, is I liked the bit about being at a funeral and them attributing anything that happened to
the
that quavers that were Jimmy. That is fucking well funny. But yeah, I mean, I think, look, at the end of the day, he is really good at stand-up. If I got a ticket, I'd go and watch it.
Yeah, 100%. I'd like to go,
Because the thing is...
Also, watching his audience would be like a human safari. Because I know we've got a scummy fan base. They've got a whole different type of scum.
I think, as well, I'm a big believer that you should watch people who are great at stuff doing their thing.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of whether or not it's your... Like, it's what your preference is. Mm-hmm. If it's somebody great doing a thing that they're great at and you have the ability to watch it, you should probably just fucking watch it.
This sounds like his missus has picked up his phone and seen he's been looking at gay porn. And it's like, no, even if it's not what you're into, you should watch the greats.
Yeah.
Just looking for technique.
That right there is Julio Emilio Chavez Jr.
Julio Emilio Chavez Jr.?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He is I
was a big fan of his dad.
Caesar.
Yeah. No, it was still called Julio because he's senior.
No. That was his adoptive dad. His real dad, Caesar, left when he was very young. I mean, you couldn't relate to that.
He wouldn't be called Junior then, would he?
You what, sorry?
If his dad, that's how
they name him, and then he left.
Yeah, he left.
But his dad, his real dad, Caesar.
What you're doing right
wouldn't
now,
be called Junior.
It's like when you get a stepdad and you change your name.
What you're doing right now is very culturally insensitive.
Right.
So
what I'm doing is culturally insensitive.
It is not what Julio Emilio Jesus Salvador Dali would have wanted.
Salvador Dali. That's where he got to.
Yeah. That's what I said the first time.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you had Junior in there.
Or
Junior was definitely a thing.
Or do you guys not know because all those names sound the same? Is that what you're trying to say? Fucking bigots. Right. So, I was watching gay porn.
Yeah.
So, Peter Kay. Yeah, you should always watch him.
Peter Gay. That's who you'd watch.
Bum hole, a hole for your bum.
Peg.
Who remembers poppers? It's that fine cum that soaks you through. Put the big vibrator on.
You know what it's like when you're picking up a rent point, you're like, been busy. What time you on till?
Hey, you know when you're in sauna, always one person skidding on the knees, isn't there?
Oh my God, if that was his new tour.
Peter Gay. It's an amazing...
That's a great tribute act.
That's a tribute act.
That's what you should do. Put a twist on it.
Oh, garlic bread. Well, best of luck to him. It's very good to have him back. It's nice to, he's all good and back touring.
His body of work is amazing. He's not done loads of stuff, but it's
one of his DVDs is the worst comedy DVD of all time because he just did the same show again.
But the quality itself.
But
is
there's
good.
loads of great stuff.
Also,
most of his shows have been good.
Yeah,
Car Show was great.
I'll say as well, Car Show was really good. Phoenix Nights was fucking class.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, one of the best ever.
It was really good.
I loved Phoenix Nights. Still do,
Max and Paddy, I thought was a bit weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did too.
I think he's got some good episodes.
Yeah, but it also has Paddy McGuinness.
It's
Who was actually dead nice to me once. The only time I've met him, so I'm
Sauna.
sorry. In the sauna. Yeah, sliding all over the place.
but no, like, I know, it's just it doesn't.
Big dick, looked like he had 3 legs.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same heart as Phoenix Nights, and it's not as like well observed. It's not as like it's more daft and stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
it's much more silly. Yeah.
How has Peter Kay gotten away with the whole like impersonating a disabled person? Like, how has nobody, like, not saying that you should, you obviously shouldn't go after him for that because it's a he's acting, grow up. But considering there's so many people nowadays that are like, oh my God, this person is not neurodiverse enough to play this role or whatever. You would think that some fucking fanny will have gone, oh my God, Peter Kay's able-bodied, he's playing a disabled
the thing is, like,
person.
Brian's disability isn't really played for laughs that much. It's just presented as part of him. You know, it's a thing. It's not like,
oh, I don't know, when he gets stuck in the...
Oh, totally. But it's like, it's not played in a way where he's the victim of it, if you know what I mean. It's just like situations that could occur to a disabled person. You know, it doesn't feel like mocking or spiteful in any way. Well, I just don't think it does.
In that Peter Kay thing,
the Chinese lads, that's a different story. But
oh, mama.
Ant and Dec, it's like, okay. Yeah. That's why Kitson quit the show, you know.
Yeah.
In that Peter Kay thing, they had I think it was called The Club, was one of the episodes, which was Phoenix Nights. And at the end of that, he's disabled. Yeah. And at the end of that, he gets up.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's not disabled at all.
That was the original plan for the character, to make it like George Dawes, not George Dawes, whatever Matt Lucas's character is in Andy and fucking whatever in Little Britain.
Yeah.
Lou and Andy. He was going to do that sort of gag, but then he decided no, it was just going to be part of the character, and it just made it less of a thing, you know.
I'll tell you what, though. Did you know that I mean, you'll know this, but you probably won't. Did you know that the character of Den Perry is based on the owner of the Frog and Bucket?
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. And once you
Den Perry, Jenny.
Once you see it, you go like the way that the coat's draped over the cigar and that.
Yeah, he's proper like that. Like
it's very. It's
he's like, he'll come up to you after a show with a cigar on, just be like, very good, that lad, well done, son. Lovely.
But the thing is, and I'm not just saying this because there's a chance that somebody who knows him might listen to it and I want to play the Frog and Bucket in future. But I actually don't mind, like, the whole old northern...
No, I quite like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Bit of like that old northern showbiz. Yeah, I like that. I like doing gigs in working men's clubs.
Do you know what?
I like it. You know?
There was a guy, this will have been before you started.
Right.
I've got circuit seniority over you, so I'm going to...
Yeah, it's embarrassing how much I've lapped you in the time since, isn't it?
Sorry, who opened last night?
Sorry, who was an emergency last-minute replacement because the headliner couldn't make it?
So, right. I want to get a mould, fuck 'em. So, Who
was meant to be on the bill? Who did they book on purpose?
I wouldn't have gone for the opening spot. Closer. So...
had a lot of better offers on that Sunday night, did you?
You what?
I had a lot of better offers last night.
I'd actually bought myself a bottle of Bucks Fizz.
You bought... What? Sorry, hold on. We'll come back to this.
Are you an auntie at a wedding?
What the fuck? Did you run out of sherry? Bucks Fizz is like 2% alcohol for a start.
Okay.
You fucking pussy.
This is really
Was it
embarrassing.
Christmas morning?
That's it. That's the only time you ever drink that. Did you whip your little skirt off while you were drinking
really
it?
Embarrassing, right?
Yes, it is.
But I fucking love Bucks Fizz. So,
how much Bucks Fizz do you get through on a weekly basis?
So, honestly, around Christmas, I can drink 3 or 4 bottles a night.
A night?
Yeah.
So do you buy the bottles of pre-made Bucks Fizz or do you get champagne and Mad Orange?
No. I buy pre-made Bucks Fizz. It's different.
I know it's different.
So
I'm well aware it's different. It's much shitter.
So I know, but I like it, right?
Do you drink Baby Sham?
So when I was a child, and I'm talking honestly, 4 or 5 years old, my mum and dad would get me pissed on Bucks Fizz.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Christmas and happy times.
Yeah, I'd always used to have one on Christmas. And like, it's the thing that my mum is like on Christmas Day, she's like, I know you don't drink anymore. Can I have a bit of Bucks Fizz? I'm like, it's still booze. So, you know.
So I'd bought last night.
Sort of. I mean, it's booze for a fucking fanny.
I'd bought last. I wasn't drinking it to get pissed.
I mean, they give it to children.
Yeah.
I wasn't drinking it to get pissed. I was drinking it just because I like it. I had
worse. It's way worse.
I had a bottle of Bucks Fizz and 4 mince pies. that?
Just so everyone knows, yesterday,
Shaking my belly like a bowl full of jelly.
just so everyone knows, yesterday was November the 6th.
Fucking day after bonfire night. And he's like, right, that's Christmas. Fetch me the eggnog. Poach it first.
Better start that advent calendar.
He drinks poached eggnog. Yeah, just shaking advent calendars into his goal. Like, I'm doing all the windows. You can't stop me.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I had just planned to have a nice little Christmassy night.
How many mince pies did you eat?
What?
How many mince pies?
None, because I got a last minute gig.
Oh, right. Oh, so you didn't have them when you got back. How many were you planning on eating? What?
4. Because I bought 4 mince pies. I eat 2 and leave the rest.
Of course you do.
Yeah, that's what most people are doing. Most people would have one.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't even have one. They're pretty
I'm not a
horrible.
big fan. Yeah.
Mince pies are lovely. You're both
It's the only
fucking
fruit he
idiots.
gets all year. Let's not talk him out of it.
Yeah,
Don't forget the orange juice and the
Yeah,
box fizz.
that's it. Orange juice and mince pies. Christmas is the healthiest part of the year for you, isn't it?
Are you on a diet, are you, Freddy?
2 of my 5 a day. Although
Box fizz is not one of your 5 a day, just to be clear.
it's orange juice.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
I don't know if it is orange juice in the stuff you're buying.
but it
Orange
So
concentrate.
I was actually at Booths. So shut up.
So you've got Booth's Bucks Fizz. Was it Booth's own brand Bucks Fizz?
Yeah.
You fancy cunt.
I know. I know.
Goodness.
What can I say? I had £4 to spare. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, we're going up in the world
No
over here.
cost of living
And the
crisis
mince-
for Freddy.
The mince pies were £2.50. That's £6.50 for a fucking belting evening. I don't give a shit what
Yeah,
you
look,
both
my
think.
nana would love it. Yeah. It's just wild.
Again, it's not an evening. It's a morning. It's a Christmas morning.
I bet he had like
meal.
Nat King Cole on the stereo as well. Silent night.
I needed a fucking napkin call with all the fucking mince pies I was eating.
Oh, that's you.
You ran out of confidence in that halfway through saying it, didn't you? You're like, I need a napkin cole because of all the mince pies.
I did. I'm just giddy because I'm thinking about that Bucks Fizz. That's honestly, this is the happiest I've been in the podcast. Is
I know,
knowing
it really
that I've
is.
got it home.
You've lit up since you started talking about mince pies and Bucks Fizz.
Right. So anyway, I had that at home.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
The gig.
Fucking no.
The gig you. You
Oh,
was-
right. Yes. I'll tell you what it was. So I'm a fan of an old school kind of, now then, sort of like old school. There was a guy who ran a gig, still runs, still in comedy, right? And what he used to do, this is before you started, but he'd give open spots, new acts, he'd give them chances at the club. And this is what he'd do, right? He'd go, you can come down, do my club tonight. I'll give you 50 quid. But if I think you've done well, I'll give you 80.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, don't do that. Because I'll know exactly how well you think I've done, depending on what I fucking get.
Yeah.
Or to do
quite-
it, but just don't tell me beforehand.
Yeah.
Nah, I quite like that. I think open spots need telling. I think they're too coddled.
Yeah.
I think they need more.
Do you know what I will say about new acts in comedy? Now listen right now. Here's a fucking thing for you. New acts don't hang around and watch the headliner anymore.
Yeah, this is such an old man complaint.
So
this.
when I
Why
started,
aren't you watching me to learn?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can pick up tips from me.
Exactly. I think that you should absolutely be sticking around and watching. And I get
Get me
that-
a Bucks Fizz.
No, I want the whole pack of mince pies. Nom, 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 nom. Jingle bell, nom, nom, nom. Drink, mince pie.
I never saw you as a Christmas person.
No, I didn't either.
I'm not. I'm a mince pie and Bucks Fizz person. Fucking
There's fuck all goodwill to all men. It's just fucking food.
Just in it for the food.
I couldn't give a shit about Christmas. I like mince pies and I like Bucks Fizz. And if they sold them at Easter, I'd fucking have it. I'd fucking have it. I'm not arsed
Such an
at all.
image, like an Easter egg hunt ruined by a pissed Quinn with a bottle of Bucks Fizz in his hand.
I would honestly.
Who wants a mince pie?
If they-
Why are you not waiting till I get an egg?
If they did it all year round, I would bring Bucks Fizz and mince pies to a barbecue. I
We
would
found an egg.
Why did you make me sound like a sex pervert? Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I was sorry for doing an accurate impression.
But yeah, when I said, "Are you excited?" I didn't really mean Peter Kay.
Right.
I meant the Qatar World Cup.
Oh, right.
Wow,
Yeah, I am.
That was a while ago.
No, I am. I am.
know, it's all coming together.
around with time, right. I am excited, actually. I don't really like football, but I do love human rights abuses.
Same.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really hate migrant workers.
Yeah.
So I'm really loving what Qatar are doing.
Down with workers' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a 1 second clap for every slave that died making the stadiums.
Yeah.
So that's constant clapping for the whole 90 minutes. From start to finish.
Yeah, I did.
And then for some time after.
I did read a stat. There is 1.5 workers have died for every minute of football there will be at this tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
But,
Does that include extra time?
Yeah. So there's one that's half dead. Just his legs. Could be worse. Could have that tattoo on him.
I mean, that is what slaves are for.
I mean, what is the point of having slaves and not using
I
them?
probably shouldn't have said that.
Why have a dog and bark yourself, eh?
I probably shouldn't have said that in the same tone as the song That's What Friends Are For.
You've got a slave in me.
And you're miles and miles from your little straw bed. Just remember what your master said. Wow, that is problematic. It's mad that you have the likes of David Beckham, who has more than enough money.
Yeah, and famously appeared on the cover of Attitude Mag to show his support for the gay community.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like, and hear me out here, it's almost like that David Beckham doesn't give a flying fuck about the gay community and instead is more bothered about money.
It's wild. I just don't get people who are that rich who still like if I was David Beckham rich, you couldn't get me to do anything. Like that
exactly.
I didn't want to do that morning.
If you
know,
are,
let alone this shit.
If you are somebody who wants to give money to allies of the LGBT community, then please sign up to our Patreon for just £3 a month. You daft puffs.
We say that.
The joke it's inherent. Yeah, I'm sure that won't get lost in the context of the internet.
Be a shame if someone clipped just that bit and removed it from all context, wouldn't it?
What, Daft Puffs?
Yeah,
I'd say it was a fun
like great French dance outfit,
cover band.
Yeah.
Around the world. Work it, make it, do it. Makes us stronger, better, faster, longer.
Stronger, faster, better, bummer. Stronger, better, faster, bummer.
That don't kill me, can only make us stronger. Apart from it. That's not even the right song, is it? That's Kanye. Yeah, what's he up to? Anyway, speaking of rights violators.
Tell you what I've just found out about Kanye. Do you know he makes music?
Does he?
Yeah, been a fan for ages. I had no idea.
I thought he just fucked that girl with a big ass.
Yeah, I was just a big fan of his philosophies.
Has he said anything mental recently?
Yeah, I don't know what. I've stopped listening.
So, Qatar World Cup, are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, because
I'm really excited about it.
I'm not excited about it. Like, I think it's going to be the shittest World Cup ever, but it's still a fucking World Cup.
So I'm really into football, as are you, sort of. And
I like the way he puts himself the highest in here, the one who never goes to a match.
Yeah,
I'm more into it than you guys. Sat on my fucking sofa with my Bucks fizz watching the game.
Right?
We both are regular match goers.
Can we just get rid of this idea that watching something live has an inherently better value?
No, we can't get rid of that because it obviously does.
Especially a stand-up comedian.
Watch it whatever you want. Anyway, on tour next year is different. But
obviously,
anyway,
you are a better fan if you go to the matches.
I will
Simple.
watch. I will happily watch. I will sit there and I'll watch every World Cup game.
Yeah, 100%.
As I've done for World Cups and Euros. And
I've not missed a match of a World Cup forever.
I skipped my general studies exam when I was at college to watch Colombia versus Uruguay because I was like, oh, South American derby. 0-0.
I quit a job once because United got beat.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I worked at a bowling alley in Leeds, and
I'm already proud of my Leodensian people for driving you out for that.
It was remember when United got beat by Leeds years ago.
Oh, like Jermaine Beckford.
Leeds were really shit when they were like League One at the time.
It was January the 3rd, 2010.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
January the 3rd. Remember the day we beat the team we fucking hate. We knocked the scum out of the FA Cup with Super Leeds, and we're going up.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
I went to.
It's so.
It was was honestly one of the best days of my life. Johnny Howson in the 37th minute with that pass. Jermaine Bedford scored.
It was a good victory for Leeds.
It was fucking amazing.
There were a lot of fucking knobhead Leeds fans who worked at this bowling alley who were all pricks. And so when United got beat, rather than go in and listen to them fucking whine about it for the rest of the time I was working there, I just thought, I'm just not going in. And because I hadn't gone in for a shift, I thought, well, I probably just shouldn't go again.
That's fucking great.
Just didn't go.
I'm so glad that Leeds fans hounded you out of your job. That's fucking incredible.
To be fair, I was due to leave in like a month anyway.
Sure. You big pussy.
I mean, the worry now is obviously, as you and I are United fans and Rob's a Leeds fan, Christ, I mean, if Leeds play United and they, like, draw, he might start gloating.
We'll all have to leave.
If we get a point, you guys are fucked.
But, I mean...
but I've got to be careful, though. I'm not celebrating anymore when Leeds do well. Gabby Bonlahor told me not to.
God,
I let him down the other day.
What a fucking weapon
100%
weird-looking fucking dildo is.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but like,
I mean?
his job is to say things that upset people in order to create discourse.
Why are we having this? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because it's fucking TalkSport.
Yeah,
and what they've done
fucked.
is they've got two absolute retards in fucking Gabby Bonlahor and Jamie O'Hara, and they've gone, listen, you two fucking idiots, just go on thingy and just say stupid shit.
Yeah.
And because they're idiots,
the better.
They've gone, we're real football pundits.
Do you think you would ever go on a TV programme and argue something that you didn't truly believe in?
Maybe for no money on morning TV.
I do get paid.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I bet it's not as much as Bonlahor gets.
Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely not. But the thing is he just has ridiculous... This whole thing now about like, oh, you celebrated. Yeah. Oh, you celebrated too much at the end of that game.
The context for it was Leeds played Bournemouth a couple of days before we're filming this, and like we were 3-1 down with 30 minutes to go, and we came back to win 4-3. Right, that's a very rare thing to happen.
Yeah,
it's a great achievement.
It shows really the incredible managerial acumen behind Jesse Marsh.
He did really well. It was great. But like the first half was not a great like mark for Jesse, but second half turned it around brilliant. It was great.
It's one of those it's one of those situations where you celebrate a lot.
Yeah,
when you think you're going to lose and then you win. It's the best thing that can happen in football.
Goes in, and like it's that's why you go to football.
But also as well, they're like, Leeds are celebrating like they won the Champions League in the final, and it's like. Yeah, because they're never going to win the Champions League in the final. Yeah. They're never going to win any trophy. These players aren't ever going to win any trophies. The best that they have is this. Yeah. This is the absolute best in their career.
But also, what would Gabby Bonlahor know what looks like winning the Champions League looks like? He's never fucking seen it. He was a 1 goal every 7 game striker.
It's just, if you'd have told me 15 years ago as a football fan, hey, one day you're going to listen to Gabby Bonlahor and Jamie O'Hara, I'd be like, oh yeah, and is Steve Sidwell going to write best-selling books? Oh wait, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I don't understand why they don't have just like coaches. Like why is Sean Dyche
more journalists is what they should have on football punditry. There are like football journalists who are really good at like explaining stuff.
And Football Weekly does that, doesn't it? It's quite good.
But the thing is though,
they have it on BT a lot.
The thing is though, is Gabby Bonlahor and Jamie O'Hara is football opinions for thick people.
Yeah.
And because of the way that
TalkSport is.
Yeah, I just mute TalkSport on everything. But it still gets through.
The way that the world works nowadays is good journalism isn't rewarded.
Yeah.
Engaging journalism is rewarded. So you can make an incredibly fucking impassioned thing about the tactics that changed in the final 30 minutes whatever. The fact of the matter is that only a small percentage are going to engage with that. Whereas if you put a stupid, outlandish opinion that is absolute nonsense, it feeds this fucking culture of whoever's the biggest fucking mong gets the most attention.
Yeah. That was his nickname when he was a player, you know. It was Gabby the Mong Bonlahor. That genuinely was his nickname around.
Gabby Bonlahor.
Yeah, like that was his nickname amongst the squad. They called him Mong. That was what they called him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, because think about that. Amongst professional footballers, he stood out as thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's a great story about, apparently Jason McAteer was thick as pig shit. It was called Trigger. That was his nickname because he was so thick. There's a great story about him filling in for a credit card application when he worked at Blackburn Rovers. Yeah. And he, they put name and he put Jason McAteer, and it put company and he put Blackburn Rovers, and he put position and he put centre mid.
Yeah, centre mid, yeah.
When I was little.
Good God.
When I was
missionary.
me and my stepdad saw Jason McAteer in a shop. Yeah. And my stepdad, both big United fans, my stepdad went over to me and went, I've got a poster of you on my wall. And he went, oh, have you? And he went, yeah, it's when you're on your knees crying when Cantona scored in the cup final.
That's fucking genius. That's genius. But in honour of the Qatar World Cup, which is, let's face it, the best, most morally acceptable World Cup.
Yeah. Finally one I can get behind,
It's a home of football.
Yeah, exactly. Football is coming home finally.
I've often said that football would be best enjoyed in an arid desert with no alcohol or gay people. I've often said that those things are...
Who wants a party with gay people there? If anyone ruins a massive festival, it's the gays.
Yeah.
When have they ever contributed to fun?
Oh, mate, could you imagine a straights-only festival? With the saddest, most disgusting thing ever.
If you want to know what that is, it's Latitude.
Yeah. Get sponsored by Boohoo Man. That's, shit that fashionable gay people wouldn't be seen dead in.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So anyway, right, in honour of the Qatar World Cup, what we've decided that we're going to do is we're going to do some live streaming.
We're going to do some little watch-alongs. So you put the game on and we'll we'll add our own colour commentary.
And what we're going to do is we are going to do live watch-alongs and we're all going to be supporting the 3 countries with the worst human rights records.
Well, we're going to be bang behind Qatar is the first. The first stream we're going to do is for one of the Qatar games. I don't think it's the first one. I think it's their second game.
I think it's their second one. We're going to be doing Qatar, we're going to be doing Saudi Arabia, and we're going to be doing Iran.
I'm just a big fan of their football. I just like the way they play.
Really? Name 2 Saudi Arabian players.
Al Jabusi.
Al Jabusi.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've imported quite a lot of Brazilians, so I'm going to go with Marlon.
From Emmerdale.
Yeah. He's a player in my Football Manager team. He's a regen who plays in midfield for my Football Manager team. He's called Marlon. I had to sign him. I plays York City. So Marlon.
I love how Brazilians have just weird first. Fred. It's just mad that he's
This is Derrickino. Fucking Kevaldo. I don't know. I just I like what they're doing. I think it's a great footballing project. I think they've got great fans. I like that Qatar have paid a lot of fans to go out there as well and sing supportive messages.
It is gross, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
England band are getting paid to go out there and they're not allowed to criticise Qatar. And also, as part of their contract, they have to reply to negative social media messages like they're a fucking Newcastle fan.
Have you seen that they're offering football fans the chance to go out there? So they're offering football
the World
fans.
Cup.
Yeah, real fans though, not people who go to games. Real football fans who sit at home drinking Bucks Fizz like a big fat cunt.
When you interrupt, everything's going to sound silly. So
that's why I keep doing it.
They've offered football fans the chance to go out there, all paid for, flights, hotel, accommodation, games, expenses, but you have to be there as a ambassador.
This is literally what I just said.
No. You said the England band.
They're some of them.
Yeah, but they've offered every sort of person.
No, it's not every person. They've got about 50 people from a lot of the major nations, and the England band are some of the ones from England.
Right, I didn't know that you were talking about...
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Would you, if you got offered the chance, go?
No.
I would.
No.
Would you?
Yeah.
What? So I've got to support. I've got to say positive things. I'm not signing a thing that says what I've got to be able to say.
I'd say positive.
All right, Constantine.
So I've got to write the post.
Yeah.
Right?
I also wouldn't go on Good Morning Britain and complain about it. I don't care.
So I've got to write the post, right?
Yeah.
So I just do it really sarcastic and say Saudi, wherever it is, Qatar is brilliant. I haven't seen a single beheading yet. Shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd be down for that. I think you'd have
Yeah,
to
they probably wouldn't, but I'd be already there.
You'd really...
exactly. You're already there in their country where they make the rules. I think that's probably not. I think you're going to be going in for a little meeting.
You're not going to outsmart the regime. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're going to be able to fit an acrostic poem
I think
down
they're going to be
Down a tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first letter of all my tweets. It was very sarcastic.
This is LGBT. This guy's not working for us.
Yeah, I think they're across this sort of stuff, mate. The Qataris.
Well, I'll just do it and say nice things about it.
You fucking shithouse.
Yeah, I'm a sellout.
Nah, I definitely want to think it's gross.
Yeah, I wouldn't go.
I'm not even asked about going to this World Cup.
I'll tell you...
I really want to go to our World Cup.
I really thought about going and paying to go to this one, but it's really hard to get.
Yeah.
You can't get a...
We'll go America. When it's in America in 4 years, we'll go that.
I'll tell you why I wouldn't go, and it's got nothing to do with human rights.
No, if anything, you'd like more of them dead.
It's because... Mate, there's a lot to be said about a country that rules with an iron fist. Yeah. So, everyone knows their place, and I think people under dictatorships are happier because they know
Not all the people.
Yeah, what about all the people who get disappeared?
Yeah.
Or what if you end up in the basement underneath the National Stadium, you know?
Yeah. So...
I think you're going to be happier.
There's about 7 million people that weren't happy under the Hitler dictatorship.
Yeah, I think if you go through quite a lot of dictators, there's a similar pattern emerges.
There's a reason they don't stay around forever. Dictatorships.
Well,
they have a
I would maybe
life.
ask the people of Chile how they feel about living under a dictatorship. Or
North Koreans seem
Argentina,
happy.
or Spain, or North Korea currently, or Ethiopia, Liberia, basically anything.
Are they any happy or less happy than us? I doubt it.
I mean, I would guess that I'm happier than someone who is living under the Chilean junta.
But to be fair, you have no emotion at all. So
I reckon their heating bills are less.
They don't have Bucks Fizz.
They do actually. They call it Buko Fizze.
Oh yeah, which country did that? North Korea.
Buko Fizze.
I'm betting Netflix in North Korea is shit. Like, it's definitely not going to be more fun to be a North Korean, is it?
Yeah.
Like, their telly's crap. It's just marching.
Yeah. Squid Games is a documentary.
Yeah, that's South Korea, racist. Yeah.
Same bit in it.
I don't think you have a chance to get rich in North Korea. I don't think, they play Squid Game, but everyone dies.
It's called Squid Inevitability.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it'd be that great living under a dictator, mate.
I think it'd be... I think choice is what makes people unhappy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
The illusion of is what makes people unhappy.
That's what makes us happy.
Think about Brexit. If they'd have just gone, we're doing it, go fuck yourselves, we'd all got over it. But now we're still squabbling about it. It's been fucking 8 years or whatever.
I mean, most people don't give a fuck anymore, but most people are just like,
no,
that's a
but
bit
you
shit,
get people on the
internet. You can't judge things by what people on the internet
get rid of the illusion of choice. Get rid of it. Just fucking... This is what you're doing. Go fuck yourselves. And also as well, democracy is fundamentally flawed as a concept.
Yeah.
Because
it's the least bad option.
The majority of people shouldn't have a say in what goes on.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I should.
Oh, you should. You shouldn't have a say at all. You should just be told what to do.
No, I should be the dictator.
No. Well, you are short.
Yeah, that is a theme with them, isn't it? They're always like tiny little men trying to compensate. Yeah.
You'd just be happier if somebody... I'd be happier if it was just whoever was in charge, right, that's it. And then...
What if they're like, right, I'm in charge now. Like, say, I'm your dictator, right? It's not me. I'm playing that. I'm being the dictator. And I'm like, right, my first week in charge, right? I'm in charge now. Everyone's got to do what I say.
Yep.
Every morning, I want to fuck Freddy's throat. That's what I do. That's your job. You're the throat. You're a cum dumpster. That's your job.
Okay, well
you're
then...
the president's cum dumpster. You don't get a say in it though because it's a dictatorship, and you're happier because you get told what to do.
Okay,
and what you've got to do is swallow my jizz.
I get the option of moving.
No, there's no choice.
You don't. It's a dictatorship. I've taken your passport away.
No.
There's no talk. You get told what to do because it's a dictatorship. No, it's not.
All right, okay.
I'm the dictator. I've taken your passport.
All right, then.
So you want to choose to be able to live in a dictatorship?
In that situation, I am happy to take one for the country.
Right.
I will be the president's cum dumpster because we've all got to make sacrifices.
President's cum dumpster.
Right, but this dictator wants everyone else to be really happy and have loads of choice. Apart from you, you're the only one who.
And everyone else gets to put their cigarettes out on you while you're getting guzzle in your
It's
cum.
absolutely fine. I think cigarettes are a dirty habit anyway.
Yeah. So you're an ashtray.
What?
In the public square, you're an ashtray. Public urinal.
Yeah.
But
they're all allowed to drink Bucks Fizz.
Logic would dictate.
They're only allowed to drink Bucks Fizz or Guinness, and they are going to shit in your mouth. So
logic would dictate that if that makes everyone else happy, you do it for the good. It's utilitarianism, isn't it? The greatest good for the greatest
You care
people.
about other people enough that you would happily let random members of the public do Guinness shits in your jizz-filled mouth if it made them happier.
Yes.
You said earlier that you don't want your audience to be happy. You want them to be annoyed.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Tom, I've been backed into a corner.
And he's getting fucking bummed in it.
Yes. I think I lost the argument when I said...
people under dictatorships are happier. That's when you lost it,
No,
mate.
I think I lost it when I said presidents cum dumpster. I think retrospectively...
Mistakes were made.
If we're doing a play-by-play analysis, I should have refused to engage with you as the president's cum dumpster.
Yeah.
Because
it was an error.
We have fallen... By allowing you... that logical standing in order to build a more ridiculous case, we have got ourselves at the point where I am saying that I would happily let people shit in my mouth and put cigarettes out on my tiny nipples if it meant the world being happier, when we know full well that isn't the case.
I think the world would be happier just because that was happening.
Yeah, it does sound like I am happier under this dictator. I'm going to take up smoking again, I'll tell you that.
And drinking.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm right back on it. Honestly, it's awful for my health, but I've never been happier.
Yeah, you go round to your mum's. You can have a Bucks Fizz. Damn fucking right I can. Yeah. Freddy's in town. Passes that cigar. Fucking hell. So yeah, we're going to live stream some games, and we're going to live stream.
And if you're not a football fan, don't worry. There's going to be very little football content.
Yeah, we're going to be live streaming Qatar and Saudi Arabia,
supporting
and
the best teams,
Iran. The ones with the worst human rights records.
Let's go Axis.
You don't need to be a football fan to watch it. It's going to be fucking funny.
If you're just a fan of murderous regimes.
Because what we're going to do is we are going to really get behind this murderous World Cup in the only way that we know how.
Look, it's out of our control where the World Cup goes. We're not in charge of FIFA. So let's make the best of it by fully supporting Qatar in everything they do.
Yeah. I mean...
Sell them some more arms. Come on, guys. Let's get them some fucking homing missiles. Let's go.
I mean, sell them some more.
Fuck off, Lebanon.
Sell them some more arms is actually the leader.
Yeah, it's left back.
Sell them some more.
Fuck's sake. I am looking forward to a Qatari player missing a penalty and getting an arm cut off.
Oh, mate.
Definitely going to happen.
Yeah, only the goalkeeper's safe.
Yeah.
You know what Qatar could really do a good PR move here is by having one of their slaves in the squad. And then they're like, look at this rags to riches story. And then
rags to less rags, I think, is the story there.
Yeah, look, he's very hard working.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be a utility player. Type, former slave.
Okay, little slave. Now we want you to be part of the wall. Oh, just like my family.
Yeah. He's very much. It's going to be the Park Ji Sung, isn't he, of the team? Yeah. Unglamorous. He's going to stitch it together. There is a thing I wanted to show you, which you might well have seen this on the internet. I think it's one of the greatest works of art this country has ever produced.
Oh, I know what this is.
If you click that one at the top there, this is fucking incredible. So what it is some lads here have decided...
I've not seen this, but this is great.
Right, so... What it is they have all got... They explain it a bit in a second. If you want to play it forward a little bit...
What the fuck is that unit in the yellow?
Well, what we're going to do, before they start the challenge that they're going to set up, we'll place some bets. So if you just play it a second, I'll explain what it is.
Right. Tom Garrett.
It's Tom Garrett.
4th of November.
It's 4th of November. So this must have been last year they did this.
Just
after
pause it
4
a sec.
o'clock.
Just
Timestamp
pause
it,
it a
Clara.
second.
Yeah.
So that person in the yellow,
Yeah.
I've never seen a more ridiculous looking human being in my fucking
It looks a bit like
life.
Arj off The Only Way is Essex.
Yeah,
Remember
the
that guy?
back sweeped hair is a bad choice.
Yeah.
It really highlights his stupid face.
Yeah.
And also as well, the way that he's dressing, it's like, look, I know all your mates dress in fucking Adidas and North Face jackets, but just copy him, mate. Just don't dress like that.
You don't need that Professor Wheato hair. It's not helping.
Oh, he looks ridiculous. ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
Because the rest of them are just like a bunch of fucking lads.
Chavs.
In it, yeah.
Chavvy
They're
lads.
students.
Yeah.
This is the cricket club from Hull University.
Is it? Right,
It is,
okay, yeah. It's
Oh,
Hull
okay.
University, so come on.
Hull University. This is
Hull
the
University is
only...
a big sports
This is
place.
the
It's
only...
Exactly, so
Good
they're all
sports
fucking
uni.
thick.
Oh,
A sports
yeah.
uni, yeah, like people at Loughborough aren't fucking geniuses. They could just run fast. Right, so this is the cricket club. There we go. Right, okay, so that explains it. He's a posh boy who plays cricket. He couldn't get in anywhere else. Right, so let's go. Let's have a little roll on.
Let's go.
Right, so there we go. Pause it. They've got 5 pints each, and
Yeah.
they're going to scull them. Now, who are you betting on being the first to chunder?
Oh, don't say chunder.
Chunder is
That
a proper
That makes me
Hull
sad.
cricket club uni thing to say.
I used to hate it when people were like, oh my God, I chundered last night. It was
Yeah.
like, was sick. That's the...
Oh,
like,
sorry for using slang. Fucking old man.
No, it's not slang though, is it? It's like twat slang.
I agree. I think it's like posh.
You look
slang.
really... You look
Well,
really
it's like,
upset.
why
It's Tory slang, I think.
It is Tory slang. It's Tory as fuck.
Why were the
Tory
scum in my town saying like them? Like, I don't think it's Tory.
in Knaresborough, Tory Knaresborough.
Yeah, there are a lot of Tories around there, but
There
like,
you
not
go.
my
It's
mates.
Tory slang.
But it's not
There
Tory
you
slang.
go.
Chunder
He
is just
looks
what
so
people...
upset.
I am annoyed at being implied that I'm a Tory, but it's.
It makes me chunder.
I don't think. I think you're being ridiculous about Chunder.
Right, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
It's chunder Tory slang. It is. You look really... This
Yeah.
is the most mad I've ever seen you.
Furious.
And I've done
Yeah.
jokes about your submissive mother.
Yeah.
Can we also keep up the tradition of people saying bummed or unbummed in every single video that we do as well? I really
It's,
like that.
well, it's really funny because when you type bummed or unbummed on the YouTube comments, it's helping the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
And so YouTube is going, loads of people are commenting and engaging, and it's pushing it to more people.
Yeah.
But it's just putting bummed or unbummed.
Yeah.
So I love the idea, basically, that YouTube has pushed our content to people that don't watch it, and they're like, oh, this is good. And then they've looked at the comments like, bummed, unbummed. What? Like,
Also, shout out to the person who went through the episode and counted how many times we'd said
Yeah.
bummed or unbummed.
Bombed or unbombed, 98.
98 times we
We
said
said
it.
bombed or unbombed
what,
in
like,
one
like,
episode.
like Tarantino's
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
How many swears?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gutted that
funny.
we didn't get to 100.
So who's
So
your
I'm
pick?
going for. I actually think that fucking big yellow taxi over there can hold his liquor a little
Fucking
bit.
Joni Mitchell over there. Yeah. So you think Joni's all right?
Yeah.
Who are you going with?
I'm actually going with boy who is the striped Adidas thing next to
Yeah.
next to the guy with the
Hey, we go
New
for him.
Balance.
Okay. All right. I've already seen the video, so I know.
I've seen it, but I can't remember.
All right. Who you going
I
with?
probably won't guess because I sort of remember some people being sick, so
Yeah.
I'll just watch it and enjoy
Okay,
it.
so the game is just
The game
me
is
guessing.
try and down 5 pints. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Strong start.
I'll
Pint.
tell you what, just pause it a second. Boy in red t-shirt with the gilet is not playing.
Yeah, he's had a
Neither's yellow
sip.
coat, guys.
He's had a sip.
Yeah, bullshit.
Some people.
Go on.
Oh, what are you fucking doing, Tom? Jesus. Do
on.
you want to play it?
Oh, that's.
Just 'cause he-
Sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the guy in the front is fucking going for
Oh,
it.
he's
Good lads.
crushing it. That's 2 down. Done.
That's 2 down. The fucking red hat guy hasn't even finished 1.
Yeah, there we go. He's got 1 down.
I think he's drinking cider as well. Red coat, red t-shirt.
Yeah, it looks like Strongbow Dartford. There's a
Yeah.
lot of burping going on here. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I know. He went too fast. It was the guy at the front.
All right, pause it. Pause it. The fight has gone out of all of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's one of these things. You start off like this is going to be hilarious, and you're like, "What? Pint?" If you've tried to scull more than 1 pint in a row, it's a horrible
This is
Just doing
experience.
one pint.
This
I know
video-
you're gassy as shit.
Yeah.
This video should be played every time anyone asks Alexa, what's the difference between cricket and rugby? Because rugby lads would be like, I've been sick, that's more drink. And then they'd be drinking their
They're
own
all coming
sick,
on each other.
Yeah.
wanking each other off, fingering each other's
Hey, you're
arseholes.
gay. Fucking rugby.
But look how much they've lost the fight.
I know. Once they've seen their leader go down.
He's, look, to be
What
fair.
are the backs
Oh,
on the
there we go. My guy was number 2.
Yeah.
It's like that episode of Family Guy where they just
Yeah.
win up all the time. Oh, there he is again. Red t-shirt guy is like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm not.
Imagine living next door to this.
I know. You look out your back window. Oh, those boys having a little party, are they?
I know, it's just fucking 8 dildos being
All in the
sick.
name of charity.
Oh, I love that. All in the name of charity. So this is for charity.
It's for Movember somehow.
Oh my god, guys, I've totally changed. Fucking Lord above.
I want to see Gile go. Skull it, you cunt.
Gilet boy is the biggest pussy I've ever seen. Look at it.
And he still pukes.
And he's still
I think
puked.
he's just spitting it out.
I've had quicker pints than Gilet guy just leaving a pub.
Yeah.
I don't think Yellow Coat's doing that well either. I think he's only had one.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, there you go.
Amazing, isn't it?
That was fucking silly. What I really liked about it is how quickly they lost the fight.
Yeah, it's like a pint and a half in, they're over.
Have you got any lovely questions, Tom?
I have got a lovely question, actually.
Tell us a lovely question.
I actually, when I was at school, did a challenge to drink 8 pints of milk against a mate.
And
We
you were
raced
sick.
each other loads, into a bin, and we got busted by our head of year coming round our form area, whatever it was, like year area, with a health inspector.
Oh,
As me and my mate were vomiting into bins. We got in a lot of trouble.
closest I got to that was I tried to beat the world record for 20 chicken nuggets eaten most quickly, and I burnt all the roof of my mouth and it all scabbed off, and I was spitting blood and stuff, and it was horrible.
We're also remembering...
Because hurt by chicken nuggets, et tu.
No. I didn't let them cool down, so I just scoffed scalding hot chicken
Actually,
nuggets.
weirdly, with the milk, we'd put it in a fridge that was too cold, so it was like icy cold, this milk, and it like hurt my throat when I was throwing up cold milk.
This is something we need to remember for the Poppadom challenge.
Oh, yeah.
They're not
Fuck
gonna-
it.
they're
Let's
gonna
not
be hot.
learn. So, yeah, that's a little preview of what our Poppadom challenge is
Yeah.
going to look like.
Okay, lovely question.
Lovely question.
I've got a
Are you
lovely
ready?
question.
Where's Tom's guy from?
All right.
Tom's lovely question.
Right, can I have a go at the
Oh, isn't that lovely?
the riddle?
I think
Okay.
Rob has got an advantage on this one. That's all I'll say.
Right.
It's a famous person.
I've got it.
Have you?
I know what it is. So we've got Tony, yay, boa constrictor, Tony Yaboa.
It is Tony Yaboa. Very
Oh,
good.
okay.
Very quick.
Mate, you could give literally any riddle that hints at Tony Yaboa. It's my first guess for everything. So, like, is it Tony Yaboa? Before I check anything else, is it Tony Yaboa?
So I would not have got that in a million years because
Kanye's changed his name to Yay. So it's just Yay.
That's
is
why I
his
thought it'd be
name.
tricky, and because no one would. I didn't think anyone would know that was a boa constrictor. I thought you.
Right, well, I got it from Tony Yay.
Yeah.
okay, so I was going with Tiger Woods. And the reason being is because I saw a tiger and a black person, and that's what I went.
Snakes live in the woods.
That was the final bit of the puzzle that I couldn't get. Tom,
Does that snake smell of oud by any chance?
I didn't know. I thought maybe he fucked a snake or something.
You thought Tiger Woods fucked a snake?
Well, look, I know that
How would he fuck a
If
snake?
anyone's gonna fuck a snake, it's probably Tiger Woods.
Sure.
Exactly, sex
My
addiction.
question is, how does a human fuck a snake?
But, so
Shove up
I
their
thought,
ass?
I thought that possible.
That's the snake fucking you.
Well, it's all making love, isn't it?
I thought.
It's not. Sorry, Tom. No. Putting a snake up your ass is not making love.
It is if the snake consents.
How does the snake consent?
It goes, yes.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
Can't do this anymore. Yes.
Right.
Right.
What's your lovely question?
Yeah.
Um,
Let's do this.
Fucking hell.
don't know yet. We're gonna pick a number between 1 and I think 9.
You can have a pick, Freddie. Don't pick a weird number.
3.
Weirdo.
3. What have we got?
You've
on
really not let
number
that
3?
go, have
No,
you?
because it was fucking mental.
Oh, this one's from Madeline McCann. And he's very apt to this question from Madeline McCann.
Our usernames on Discord are the fucking best.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're brilliant.
mate.
It's how would you get rid of a body?
Well, my
If anyone can, Madeline McCann can.
right. Well, like this is the sort of thing you should plan for before you commit the murder, ideally.
Yeah, that's what we should do now.
Yeah. But like, obviously, the only method I know is the snatch method of cutting them up.
You're always
going
to have trouble getting rid of a body in one piece.
Yeah. So you cut them up and feed them to pigs, innit?
Yeah, but I've not got any pigs.
But there's loads of farms around like here. Like we could find a farm easy.
Do you reckon pig farmers are like constantly like, trying to get rid of murderers?
Yeah. Chasing them away.
No murderers.
Yeah. They will go through bones like butter.
Yeah.
Each pig can consume around 4 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute.
He used to do this in his set.
Hence the expression
genuinely
of greedy as a pig.
His set used to be doing impressions of films. Those used to be.
Do you know
okay, we're done. It was shit then.
We've all seen the film, Freddy.
Yeah. A rightful infliction manifested by an appropriate age.
Can you just turn his mic off? Thank you very much. That's great. Or you go for the the only ones I know are off TV. The Breaking Bad method is the big tub of acid, but I don't know how to get a big tub of acid.
So, okay, like jokes aside and film quotes aside, we need to...
Good for you for knowing now that film quotes aren't a joke.
We need to establish some parameters.
Right.
Number one, how much money have I got?
Right.
Number two,
you've got how much money have you got now?
Yeah, it's if you murder someone today.
Okay. Number two, how long have I got? And number three, where am I?
You've got till the police find you. You don't know how long you've got, do you?
Okay.
You're at home.
I'm
at home. Mm-hmm. I've killed
your missus.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might go to the canal in Manchester. There's loads of bodies in there. Like, just weigh it down.
You don't need another body.
No, I know, but like...
I mean, that's the one thing I want about my corpses. I want them to be fucking,
You've got a surplus of bodies. You need to get rid of it. He doesn't need a friend.
If you punch a load of holes into a body, does it sink? If you get, like, the air out of it. Like, puncture it, and then it'll...
I think water would be my goal.
How long would that take to acupuncture a body?
I'm not saying I'm not doing it with little acupuncture needles. I'm talking about drilling holes in them.
No, that's so stupid. That's really stupid. And also, DNA will leak everywhere.
Yeah.
So, especially...
It will be quite sexy.
Especially when you come, yeah. Okay. So, I think what you have to do, really, is I'm a believer in really sort of chopping the body up into tiny, tiny little bits and putting them all in random, stupid locations. Right. Now, I know what you're thinking is, Freddie, that will, if anything, give the body more chance of being discovered. But, however, what I'm banking on is that the body will decompose more quickly.
Sure.
So what I would do is I would try and use a fertilizer or something to speed up the decomposition. And I would literally chop the body into, and I'm talking like 50 pieces.
As if you'd put that much effort in. Do you know how hard it is to chop up a body? You'd go into it with this plan that you're going to chop it into 50 pieces. After he's cut the head off, he'd be like, oh, that's good enough.
Yeah. So and then you go, these remind me of nuggets. I wonder how fast I could eat 20 of them.
So I have an annex. And so I'd probably do it in there because I could wipe it clean.
In Brighton Stadium?
What, sorry? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You go down to Falmer.
Yeah. Home of the seagulls. So maybe they'll take an ear.
Seagulls would be very useful to get rid of. If I lived in Brighton, this would have been so easy because I lived 10 seconds from the fucking beach. There's seagulls everywhere. Like, there's loads of ways to get rid of them.
Quite busy, the beach, though, isn't it?
Not down in Hove at night. It's quiet.
I don't think the seagull's going to eat it overnight.
I just got to do drugs openly.
The pigs of the sky.
I think weighing it down and putting it in a river isn't the worst idea.
That's what I'd go for.
However, I think that you underestimate, number one, how difficult that would be in terms of just physically lifting it. You wouldn't be able to lift a body. Yeah. Like, you yourself wouldn't be able.
As a kid.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you could get rid of a kid, I suppose. Yeah. But if you factored in a normal adult male plus all the things needed to weigh that down, you wouldn't be able to lift it to get it over the fucking bridge top.
See, here's an idea, just spitballing, right? Put them in a bag and then smash them up with a rolling pin like you're making a cheesecake base.
Well, like a chicken parmo.
Yeah, just mush them up, just flatten them.
Fucking turn in
flat. Bash,
no,
bash,
you know what you need? Potato masher.
Yeah.
Turning a human being into a schnitzel.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Make them like a fajita wrap. Roll them up like a little person burrito.
Do you know what? Feeding it to pigs or something wouldn't be the worst idea, I don't think.
Well, it's getting the pigs, though.
Getting them to the pigs.
Acid,
is the transport.
I mean, acid is the other thing, but it's really hard to get hold of that much acid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd hide it in plain sight.
I think
I would take the
like
body.
dress it up in like a hat and a trench coat and just put it.
No, just put it in the front garden. And everyone would think it was Halloween.
Here's what I'd do.
I think it's a Lord ornament.
It's February and it smells, but he must have just left his Halloween decorations up for 4 months.
If it was any of my relatives, you just think it was a garden gnome.
Or you take the body to an open mic comedy night, and then no one would notice the smell or the death.
Yeah. It smells and it's dying. It must be an open spot.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Do you want a spot next week?"
Could you?
Real talk, I think I'd probably just. I don't think I could handle the stress of being on the run. I think I'd just have to hand myself in. Or
You're
kill
a
myself.
fucking
Just kill myself. I'd do it myself, turn the gun on myself.
You're a pussy.
I just couldn't be arsed with it, mate. I can't be arsed with the hassle of being on the run. It's a lot of stress.
There's a lot of hassle in prison, though.
Yeah, I think I'd just kill myself. I think I'd just do me too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would.
Then you got another body.
I'd frame Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, how would you do that?
So what I would do is I know where you live.
Yeah.
So I would.
Quite a lot of Muslim people in my area. I don't think you're making it to my house.
What do you mean?
I think you're
Oh,
going to
right.
get stopped on the way from some people who've been watching YouTube.
So I'd be like, I got Sam and Rushdie in the back.
Yeah. There's no way you're coming that close to a mosque. I'm fine.
Are we still keeping this going months after the original
Yeah, hopefully.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
If any Muslims are angered by Freddy or his presence, then please do feel free to send us some hate mail.
Address it to.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Beep
Editor,
that,
please bleep that. Fucking cunt.
Yeah, I'd try and.
How would you say? How are you framing me? How are you doing it?
Okay, so what I'm doing is
Leaving a little note like, "Oh, I didn't know my dad." Just like I did this because I couldn't find my dad. Signed Rob.
Totally.
That's why I'm angry.
Yeah,
I thought this guy was my dad. He's not.
So you've killed yourself by now. And
Well,
then-
no. If I've killed myself, that's because I'm the murderer.
All right,
so
I
you don't
thought
need
we
to
all
frame
had, I thought
me.
we all had bodies to get rid
We've
of.
all got our own individual bodies, and we're having a little competition.
Yeah.
Just like a Patreon special. See who can get rid of their body the best.
Yeah, that's why I thought pass it off on you.
Right. Okay. So you just leave. Well, yeah. If I've killed myself, just leave another one with me. Fine.
Exactly.
But
And then
that's
the twist
not the
is,
scenario.
We haven't really killed anyone.
Yeah. No, that's not the scenario. No,
Okay.
you've just killed someone, and you're alone.
That's going to make it more difficult.
Yeah.
Again, chop it up into little pieces.
Uh-huh.
Leave it in woods all over the country,
Yeah.
and with lots of fertilizer, so it will decompose.
You could tell it was Freddy because the body was air fried.
the crispiest dick skin they've ever uncovered. Any more lovely questions?
It's the chopping up that's the hard bit. How do you not leave DNA everywhere when
Well,
you're
sorry,
chopping up?
I do, but it's in my annex, so I can give it a good clean afterwards.
Right, just bleach the place.
Bleach the whole fucking place.
I'm
like,
going to eat the body.
I
And in fact,
thought it would be you. I really thought it'd be
No,
you who
but
came up with that.
in fact, it probably would be as well, because what I would do is rather than, I couldn't eat a whole body myself. That's a lot of body to eat.
Sure.
But what I could do is have a chilli night at my
Yeah,
house.
chilli,
Invite old Mr. Freddy.
do you have any idea how much chili a human body would make?
Do you
It
have
would
any,
be
any
Half
idea?
of one of your portions.
Do you have any idea
There
how many
wouldn't be
people I
enough.
would? Do you know how many people I would like to feed humans to without them knowing?
Tell you what a spectacular way for me to break my vegetarianism. If I ate some human meat chili.
Yeah.
That's really jumping in the deep end, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're like,
And
let's
you-
make up for lost time.
Yeah. If I hosted a barbecue, I could get rid of a human.
Yeah, the problem is, if you hosted a barbecue, no one would come. We'd be like, yeah, busy, mate.
Yeah. Come on, guys, I'm trying to rip off South Park here. Go on, do another lovely
If I pick
question.
another number then, between 1 and 9.
5.
5. Oh, this one was from Sam.
Oh, yeah.
If you were a terrorist, how would you do it?
Right.
Do what?
Be a
The
terrorist.
terrorism.
How
I
would you
assume.
do terrorism?
Yeah.
If you were a terrorist, how would you do it?
Yeah.
You wrote it better than that. That was just me.
So
What's your target for a start? is
So
what you gotta
okay,
think
so a
of.
lot of people
What are you angry
are a lot of terrorists go after aeroplanes. None of them do check-in.
Right.
So I'd bomb check-in.
Right. I think that guy in Glasgow did, the one who got set on fire and a Glaswegian kicked his
No,
bollocks.
but he tried to rub a car in.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would strap
They were like, no, it's not a bomb vest. I'm just very obese.
and they'd go, well, they do sound like that in your pop. Yeah. Fat terrorists do sound like. I'd go to check in and I'd just like that.
Right.
Because 2 reasons. Number one.
Oh, you do a suicide bombing?
Yeah.
All right.
Number
Can
two.
you imagine the shrapnel?
Well, yeah, this is it. I'd eat nails beforehand.
Right. Just eat a bag of tackies is about the same thing.
Yeah. So, if you bomb check him, number one, you'd kill at least 100 people, I think.
I don't know. It's quite an open area is the thing you got to think about. Like,
Not when you're in the queue bit, when you're putting your bag in.
In the queue, snake, yeah. But
You want a queue, don't you?
There's not a lot.
I reckon
there's not a lot of building to fall down.
I reckon you could kill 100.
I think that's ambitious. I think
shopping centre, Christmas, Trafford Centre. You kill 100 easy.
I reckon a train.
Well,
It'd be very easy to get a bomb on a train, and I could walk off.
My plan: Old Trafford, right?
Right.
Just like wander in. I assume your security shit.
It's actually quite.
It is at most grounds. It's terrible.
United actually has quite strict security. You can't take a rucksack in. You get searched and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be fine. You get in. Like I've got boot. Like I've smuggled stuff into loads of grounds. I'd do it to yours. It'd be fine.
There's no way that you're going to get into Old Trafford with a bomb. There's no way. Zero chance of that happening. How? Okay, quickly. Let's
shove it up my ass.
Let's role play.
I shove it up my ass. I'm gonna shove a stick of dynamite up my ass.
Excuse
just
me.
have the fuse hanging out.
Me, sir.
And then when I want to set it off, I just light it like that.
Sir, could you just come here a second? It's just I can hear a tick coming from your anus.
And it's so quiet in here, I can hear it.
Yeah.
so I'd be going there, add into your atmosphere. Like in the fucking singing section, I'd be like, oh, good, like someone's actually fucking joining in.
Someone's brought a metronome.
Yeah.
Fucking nonsense.
It's actually a lot better at Old Trafford now.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Cool.
Now there was shit.
It's typical Leeds fans, this is they try to like any little thing that they we're louder and we won once. Oh god.
Yeah, sorry, we actually have joy. We actually, have a nice time.
Yeah, now. Not for the last 20 years.
No, it was still dead fun when we were shit.
And speaking of joy and a nice time, that is why I cannot wait for the Qatar World Cup.
It's going to be a great time.
The atmosphere in those air-conditioned stadiums.
Oh, mate, it's going to be off the chain.
What's going to happen, right, if the air conditioning just packs up?
Yeah.
Does that mean the game's called off?
Yeah, probably. But the thing is, the air conditioning dries out the air as well, so it's going to be hard to play in that. Like playing in a really air-conditioned area, if you're running a lot, it's going to dehydrate your lungs.
I honestly think a South American country is going to fucking slap.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's going to be like Brazil
Argentina final home, and that'd be great.
Because if you're England, or I mean, England never fucking do anything, do they? I mean, recently we've been all right, but it's not really a consideration for us. If you're somebody like Germany or something like that, you're just not used to playing in that environment.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe even a really humid country in the what sort of Far East countries are Japan in it?
Yeah,
I think Japan might
do all right, but they're not fucking winning.
South Korea got a good team. Got Son Heung-min.
Well, they don't. He's out.
No, he's playing.
Fractured eye socket.
He's going to be playing.
Yeah.
Just fucking nut him then, innit? If you're playing against him, he's got a dodgy eye socket. Fuck off, son.
I think he normally gets sent off for headbutting someone.
Nah, do it before the game.
Okay, yeah. In the hotel.
Yeah.
He's thought of everything. There's just so many loopholes, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fucking so many stages ahead.
Can I have a picture, son? Yeah, but your arse is ticking. Oh, don't worry about that.
I actually think a Winter World Cup isn't as bad an idea as everyone
No,
says.
but it should be in winter. Like, do it in Norway then. If you're doing a Winter World Cup, let's make it fucking winter.
Yeah,
But
that would be cool. Lapland World Cup.
Like, if I'm watching the World Cup in summer, there's loads of things that I like doing.
No,
but in
it's
winter,
so much
I'm going to be
better,
sat at
though.
home anyway.
Out in
I
a
may as
beer
well go and watch
garden,
a load of
fucking
football.
watching the World Cup. It's the best.
Yeah, it's great, but
Listen,
I think sitting in a pub when it's cold will still be good.
No. I
As long as you're inside.
I don't want to watch a World Cup and drink mulled wine.
You're going to be having Bucks Fizz.
Yeah, I also like mulled wine, but not whilst watching the World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's stupid.
Have a beer then.
No, yeah.
It's 10 a.m.
Yeah,
It's fucking freezing outside. It's like,
Don't go outside. Watch it inside.
yeah, great.
Yeah, and also as
World
well,
Cup where you can't go outside.
Everyone's
Keep going
heating
outside.
bill is fucking through the roof. Someone's putting their heating on, just freezing inside in a big coat,
Go to the pub.
drinking a fucking Peroni, watching.
Watch it at home as we live stream it.
We should try and get some authentic Qatari cuisine. What's their culture in Qatar?
Google authentic Qatari cuisine.
What do they drink? What's a Qatari drink?
The blood of non-believers.
Cuisine. There we go. Traditional Arab cuisine. Mac bus, a meal consisting of rice, meat, and vegetables. Yeah.
That's
all
just
that
a
sort of
standard meal, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine they eat food. I don't think they're like having.
I know, but just saying.
I don't think it comes in pill form.
Our main meal is rice, meat, and veg. That's every meal.
Yeah. That is a wide berth, isn't it? Rice, meat, and veg.
Seafood, aren't in the desert.
Yeah.
And dates.
Yeah. Okay.
Seafood and dates. Jesus.
Dates.
What a shit.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be fucking brutal.
Right. Yeah, they have loads of food.
Yeah, I bet they do. Yeah, they're quite rich.
Yeah. Some of them have loads of food.
They just eat petrol.
Oh, can I see this last question here? I know that we only do a couple of lovely questions, but I think this is funny.
Number 8.
What sport do you reckon you could compete in at the highest level and do the most injury to an opponent?
Darts. Just turn around. Just blinding
In that case,
him. Javelin you could do. I think it'd be easier to blind someone with a dart than a javelin. It'd be quite hard to be accurate with a javelin. With a dart, you can just...
Plus, your opponent isn't right next to you in javelin.
Yeah, exactly. They're stood there. They've got to walk past you at the
Do we
hockey.
have to stick to our own gender?
I mean, I suppose you could transition.
Okay, if I transition, then it's...
Be the women's sumo world champion.
it's
We've got the nappy. You can pop that back on.
the organisers said they'd never seen tits so big.
I wonder if they do have women's sumo.
They do,
wrestling.
yeah. I've watched a
never seen
documentary about women's sumo, yeah.
Really?
I don't have a lot more to add. I watched a documentary about a young woman competing in women's sumo.
You
It was
watched,
really interesting.
sorry, you sat at home
Yeah.
and watched a
A
documentary.
feature-length documentary.
A feature-length documentary about a woman competing in
It's
sumo.
fucking great. Really
Okay.
good.
And we all took the piss out of Bucks Fizz and mince pies in early
What a
November.
combination that'd be.
Yeah. All right. Eating Bucks Fizz, having Bucks Fizz and mince pies in fucking November is well weird than being cultured.
Okay. Let us know in the comments what you think a better night out is.
All right. It's not all right.
A night in. Better night in.
Right. Bucks Fizz and a cry, or
Bucks
a lovely
Fizz and
cultural
mince
documentary,
pies.
and shitloads of weed.
Oh, you had shitloads of weed?
Of course I did. I was having a night in.
Okay.
That's why I was watching it.
Yeah.
Slightly more sense. I thought you just sat down and watched a documentary about
I've literally never watched anything without weed. That's how I watch stuff.
Oh, my God.
That's part of the process.
In terms of sports, does fishing count as an opponent?
Yeah, fishing technically a sport, I think.
Is
Yeah.
the fish
I don't
the
think
opponent?
I don't think a fish is the opponent. I think the
Because
other
in that case,
people.
it'd be easy to...
Yeah, no, the fish isn't the opponent, though.
That's what you're trying
It's
to
like
beat.
saying the football is the opponent.
No, it's like you're
The
not trying to
ball,
catch
the
football.
ball isn't your opponent. You're not angry at the ball. It's just what you use to kick in there. The fish is how you win. Is the size of the fish. So
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Yeah.
like being angry at a goal. You know, the fish isn't anything.
Yeah,
Isn't your
It is
opponent.
an opponent in
It's
in
not your
fishing at a
opponent.
basic level.
Tom, it's not your opponent. Move on.
Not in the
It's
sport,
not your opponent.
but in the
no.
act of fishing, it is.
It's not your opponent. Opponent is the
No,
wrong
no.
word.
Okay. If you're fishing for food, then the fish is an
Yeah,
opponent.
It's not an
If you're-
opponent.
If you're
it's not
fishing,
your ops.
if you're fishing for sport,
Yeah,
which is what this question is,
Yeah.
then your opponent is other people.
I still think
Still
I could
don't
hurt
think
someone.
opponent is the correct word.
I still think I could
No.
hurt someone quite bad in fishing.
Yeah, you got little hooks. You got a little
Yeah.
knife.
You wouldn't be able to cast a rod.
Ooh, what
Course I
sport?
could.
What
You reckon?
sport?
I've got arms.
Have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
Genuinely? Have you
Yeah.
been fishing?
It's really not hard, Freddie.
You get your rod in your arm and you go,
Yeah.
Okay.
Children do it.
Over the top like that's more. You probably want to go sideways.
I'm
mate, but-
exceptionally bad in that case. Then.
Right. Oh yeah, like casting is not hard. No, you just
Okay.
go. Tss.
Okay.
Yeah, easy.
Go on. What were you saying?
Like what's the sport that like Sikh people play?
High hand.
hide and us.
You're thinking of kabaddi.
Kabaddi.
Kabaddi, yeah.
High
Kabaddi.
hand.
Hide and us.
Right, because not only is kabaddi dangerous, but Sikhs carry knives.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
So if you're involved in that, you got a little knife on you. You can go stab, stab, stab.
Yeah. Rifles, archery.
Shooting. Why did you go past the gun? You already said a gun. That's worse than a bow and arrow.
I don't know. I think it'd hurt more if you got hit with a bow and arrow.
Clay pigeon shooting. You got a shotgun.
Yeah.
Blow someone's fucking
Have you ever
leg
done
off.
that before?
No,
I have.
no.
It's class.
It's great. It's hard though.
Oh, I was top it.
I've played Duck Hunt.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
the
the same.
computer game. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the same. When they
Yeah.
come in, they go, "Has anyone played Duck Hunt?"
Yeah.
And you go, "Yeah." And they go, "Right, you've got the
Yeah,
advanced
pretty good at it,
team."
mate.
Yeah. Oh, we have a favourite.
Yeah. And
We
when you
have
go
a front runner.
paintball, and they always say, "Have you played Call of Duty?" Well, you could be the leader then.
Yeah, 'cause
Wait
like,
a minute.
With this question,
F1.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but how
yeah.
would you cause the injury though? Because I don't think you'd be even able to start the car.
Someone would smash into me and I'd just fucking like that.
You'd go like that. You throw a shoulder at them in an F1 car. You wouldn't get in the cockpit for a start. There is no way you're fitting in an F1 car. Not even taking the piss.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in. Tom's the only one who could possibly get in an F1 car.
Oh.
I'm going to be way too long. We know what your issue is. You know,
Too big of a dick.
The bottom's going to be scraping along the ground if you're sat in. The suspension will be fucked. The sparks flying out the back of it. Is he using his DRS? No, he's not. Like,
Speedboat racing.
yeah, can you drive a speedboat?
Yeah.
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 Really
you just
simple speedboat.
Throttle
Yeah.
in it.
Just go and stop, innit?
Yeah. Just go and
Just
stop.
go and stop.
Famously.
Yeah,
It is just go more, go less.
right.
What about?
Thought you had something then, not you just making a noise.
Murder ball.
Murder ball, the wheelchair rugby.
Yeah.
That
and
sounds dangerous, but
The,
it's not.
the problem with trying to injure
tis,
people
tis
then,
when you're not wearing a wheelchair.
wearing it. I don't think that's the right word.
Yeah.
But like the problem with trying to injure people in a disabled sport is they're already half injured,
Yeah.
right? That someone's already beaten you to it, mate. You know,
Oh, swimming.
yeah, just
drown
hold them
someone.
under, yeah. Paralympic
would-
swimming,
No, the synchronized swimming.
You wouldn't be able to catch them.
synchronized swimming, you could catch them.
Synchronised
You wouldn't be
swimming.
able to catch them.
A synchronized swimmer, you would.
No, you wouldn't. You have to be an exceptionally good swimmer. to
Yeah,
be
sure, but they're just
synchronised
swimming in a circle. They're upside down.
You-
wait
When
till they're
they go
upside down.
under,
You wait till
and the
they-
least expected.
I could fuck up a synchronized swimmer.
You wouldn't be able to
I
go-
could fuck up a
You
synchronized
wouldn't be able to
swimmer.
get anywhere near one.
I'd be stood at the right. I'm at the side of the pool. I'm not even in it. Right?
Okay.
And when they swim over near me, I fucking jump on their head and twat them.
Okay, they
Pow! Done.
would have way better ability to hold their breath than you, so they'd be able to.
These.
Yeah, but Rob can stand on the bottom with
Yeah.
like half of him out of the water.
Yeah.
That's you have no idea how impossible that would be.
I
Rob's
could
like
fuck
15
up
foot
a
tall.
Paralympic synchronized swimmer easily.
Oh, a what? A what?
Easily.
A what?
Paralympic synchronized swimmer.
We didn't know we were talking about that.
Oh, obviously, I'm adding that, making it easier for myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And we're in the highest category here.
What, like?
We're in the ones who have to get like they have to, you know,
It's like
someone
a
has to
head.
put them in the pool.
Yeah,
And
like
sort
a
of drifting
like a
out.
head that someone just
Yeah.
rolls
He's
in.
got armbands on.
It's synchronized floating more at this point, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. You just sort of like nudge them in a direction and
Yeah.
hope they're spinning.
Yeah, it's just a load of heads. It's like, is that a boy?
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, I reckon I could fuck them up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this has reached a natural conclusion. Once again, another classic episode of Dead Men Talking, where we talk about drowning Paralympic swimmers.
Well, I'm proud of myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
Someone has
If
to
you're
be.
proud of us, join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. From £3 a month. It is £3. You don't get anything more if you give us more money. You can. But it's £3 a month. Sign up on there. You get loads and loads of extra shit. There's tons of stuff on there. Can't even be asked listing it. There's loads of stuff. Just go check it out. If you have a little look on Patreon, you can see all the stuff, but you just can't watch it yet unless you give us money.
We get loads of extra content on there as
yeah, I
well.
wasn't going to list it because it's boring, but Freddie doesn't care about being boring. So
No,
here we
I
go.
care about actually selling it.
Oh,
Because
I've already done a nice little sell.
No, I didn't.
Did
think
a
it was-
nice little
well,
sell.
When's the live show? Tell them the live
I
show
went
is.
over the
don't
top.
know.
I went over the top of it because I didn't think you did a good enough job.
Right.
I think that this whole I've got one foot on the desk. Oh, just give us £3, maybe. No, listen, we need this. We need
Edit, can you just
your
end the episode here?
fucking money. You have no idea how much in debt we are. Rob has spent £300 on fucking wrestling outfits today. We're buying Qatar.
300 quid.
I didn't. I just told him that. I was just doing a bit of embezzling.
We're buying fucking Qatar shirts, for Christ's sake. They cost
We are spending a ludicrous amount of money on shirts to support evil companies.
exactly.
countries,
We
that is
bought a
true.
Saudi
For one
Arabia.
visual gag.
We brought a Saudi Arabia shirt. It has to be specially made because there's 2 armholes. It's fucking insane. So give us £3 a month so we can
They
carry
don't really
on
have
doing
fat
that.
cunts in the Middle East as well. They all work themselves thin.
No, the rich ones are fat as fuck.
But they would wear the flowy dresses in it so you can be fast.
Oh, let's get the flowy dresses.
Wow, okay, now...
No. Now it's taken a turn.
Yeah, let it be known that I did not call your traditional clothing flowy dresses.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, I've no
What are
idea.
they called?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Rob?
What do I mean?
What do you mean by flowy dresses? I cannot even picture in my mind what you mean by Qatari people wearing flowy dresses.
You know, they look
Flowy
like they're
dresses.
bringing frankincense to an inn. Right, let's get out of this episode, shall we?
We're on a slippery slope.
Like a Middle Eastern wee willy winky.
Oh, I'd love to see a sheikh jumping over a candlestick. Okay, we're going to go. That's the end of the episode. Give us £3 and fuck off.
Google when the live show is as well.